All right, so we'll buy. Like we probably have like what 2 days worth of feed left for the 2 horses.
No, just 1 day.
But it's 2 horses now.
Yeah, no, 1 day for 2 horses.
Okay.
And then we should probably get 3 weeks worth. Because we're gonna go north of Meriton, right?
No, I don't think we're gonna bring the.
Before?
I don't think we're gonna bring the horses when we fight the spiders. That just doesn't seem like a smart idea. Our horses don't exactly have the best
survivability.
Yeah. I mean, this time they're draft horses, so while they are slower than riding horses, they have more health, but...
Speaking of health, roll the health for the 2 horses.
What is it for... Let me see. They are... Draft
this
horses.
is a draft horse. D. Draft horse, 3d10 plus 3.
Okay.
Oh wow.
27.
Nice.
27 for one. That's a pretty
25
nice.
for the other.
That's assault, as I said. Healthy horses.
They're like I said, we sold the 2 weaker looking ones.
No.
Oh wait, I messed that up. What? Those aren't D10s.
Oh, those D12s.
Oh, my macro is wrong. Let me fix that.
I'm going to roll in then.
Go ahead. I know, right?
Those are 3d10
Probably
plus
very
3.
sick horses.
Nope.
Okay, so not too bad.
On average,
One-
good.
Yeah, one. That last one was 1 less, even though it was, you know,
Weaker
Yeah, that
die.
was pretty good.
they're both above average.
No, the 19 is average.
11,
plus
6.
3.
Yeah, it's average.
The 19 is perfectly average. The 24 is above. Yeah.
We'll go over to Meriton. You want to how many weeks of feed do you want to get, Ty? I think.
Well, I got 1 week. I paid for 1 week, and that gives us 8 days. If we're only going to Meriton, then we're gonna have to put it in
yeah,
a barn anyway,
we'll
right?
put them in
So-
a barn, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll head over to Meriton.
Finally, their spider problem might be solved.
Well, I didn't think that there was still a spider problem.
Yeah, you actually figured it was already solved, but
Yeah.
they weren't the real spider problem. They
Yeah.
were just spiders.
Yeah, they were just spiders.
They were just there.
Yeah.
Let's see. That took 5 days.
This should be like a 3-day, 4-day travel.
On horseback, it's more like 2.
Actually, 2, yeah.
So,
Bottom.
1d20 and 1d20 minus 1.
I went to Empyrean. No, joking.
First day is good. Second day is good. You arrived at Meriton without that much problem. It seems militarized, really. There are very few normal people still left. And most of the town/city has been used as a giant camp. For military personnel, but also for like resources, storage, smiths or smithies, that sort of thing.
Okay, is the commander still present?
Well, the sheriff is still present after a little bit of searching.
So, is he particularly busy?
He is busy. But he does see you and he's kind of raises his hand while he sees you.
Okay, I approach him.
Hello, how are you doing?
Pretty
I see.
good.
Huh. I'm missing 2 people, where are they?
One of them disappeared. The male half-elf disappeared. We have no idea where he went. And, the, Yuma, met with her father and left with him. So, we've got 2 other traveling companions now.
Well, that's very interesting. Very interesting indeed.
I say
Welcome.
good day.
Good day to you. My
And
name
I'm
is...
checking if there's stuff to steal.
Okay. Roll
Perception
check.
Watch, he's gonna roll a 2. Oh, that was a natural 20.
I always roll when it's not useful to me.
There's a lot of stuff to steal, really.
Is there anything that's
weapons
worth
still.
stealing?
Yeah, exactly.
that you could.
Worth stealing?
They're like all weapons.
Okay, there are things that would be worth stealing. There are things that are basically useful. The thing is, this entire place is completely
Yeah.
and utterly filled with soldiers.
Yeah.
Uh,
But he
Well,
does have
yes.
the ability to do Mage Hand and make it invisible.
Yeah.
yeah, you could steal stuff here.
Okay.
A
You
part
think
of
it would be
says-
very, very
Yeah,
stupid.
a part of you says that sounds like fun. Another part of you says, "Oh God, this will be a big problem."
Okay,
One part of me says, not this again.
doo-doo-doo. Oh, I see him drooling.
Maybe I should
gotta
check
stop
it
me.
too.
Oh
So-
yeah, you definitely see it. Can't stop it. The gun
So-
doesn't.
Not
I-
this time.
I'm
I'm looking around because I'm new here.
I see kind of like the gleam in his eye, and I say, Dolos, close your mouth. We are not a codfish. No.
Too-
You see me wipe
Yeah, too
my
soon.
face off.
Did I give you guys the name of the sheriff ever?
I don't believe you did.
I don't
think he
so.
was called Mr. Sheriff.
He was called the commander last time I checked.
Yeah, same here.
I have him down as commander.
I have
Okay,
them as commander
perfect.
too.
Then I can give him a name now. Meriton. Commander.
So, just kind of a quick little small talk. I'll say, like, hey, you know, that letter of recommendation saved my life. I was falsely accused down in blah, 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 Himera, and your letter of
Falsely
recommendation.
accused? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that must have been tough on you.
Yeah, especially that I had to do a trial by combat and only barely came out of it alive.
Well, then it's good to see you alive, and I'm happy that my letter at least did you some use.
Yeah, saving my life is, you know, definitely a use.
It can, yeah, usually it can be seen as kind of useful.
Anyway, you still having a spider problem?
Yeah, well, it's more of a spider nuisance, to be honest. They don't come really close to any town here, at least not now. Too many people, as you
Probably.
can see.
Probably getting all the food they need. Green food, that is.
Yeah, well, I'm not really certain, but they have still been spotted from time to time. Yes.
Does he know anything about these raids?
ask
Do
that?
you ask?
I'll ask. Do you know anything about these raids?
That are stealing children.
The raids, yeah. Sadly, I'm about as confused as most other people are. None of our soldiers have found real evidence, or well, we have seen the signs that the raids were there, mostly because small villages, like 50 people, 100 people strong, those type of villages are targeted. The villages aren't really telling us much. We don't really know why, and usually if they tell us something, it seems, well, to be honest, it seems preposterous. The story is go wide from dragons to kobolds to orcs to drow to almost any creature you can imagine has been named once. It doesn't make any sense. The amount of attacks that happen, so basically the skill, the time frame. We are working with not enough information to do anything. It's a real mess. But at least we had some good news with the orcs. At least for now.
The infighting.
Yeah, it continues still. One of the sieges of the capital has been broken. The orcs just kind of started killing each other.
No, I'm
Well-
not one to complain.
Dwarves let them.
Anyway.
So perhaps our
You got it?
focus can shift
Mm-hmm.
in a while.
Anyway, you wouldn't happen to be having any kind of bounty on the spiders, would you?
Yeah, basic bounty. The spiders themselves don't really bring a lot, but we know that they have nests. Spiders generally of these sites tend to have those. Decently defended, of course. And if you destroy one of the nests, it'll definitely reduce the problem.
Okay.
If we can destroy enough of them, that'll be interesting.
What proof of kill?
Proof of kill?
Mm-hmm.
He says, well, eyes aren't useful, obviously. There are too many of them.
So legs are
we-
also out of the equation.
Yeah, legs also kind of useless. Best is if you bring their entire head. More reliable are the beaks, the
Mandibles.
the mandibles.
Yeah,
Those
we
are
can do the
mostly
mandibles.
reliable.
I think the mandibles would be the easiest thing to carry.
Yeah, really. As of now, each mandible will reach you. He kind of looks around. He's sitting. He's thinking real hard. What was it again? He's like, it's Oh yeah, that's it. 16 gold pieces per.
16?
Prepare,
16.
right?
Per pair. So 1 pair equals 1 kill equals 16 gold pieces for now.
Wait, 6-0 or 1-6?
1 6.
Okay.
16.
Still, that's not too bad.
He says, if you find this particularly large ones, the quote-unquote spider queens, you could gain a little bit more than that. They can depend really on the size, but they can run around 25, perhaps 30 even.
Okay.
If you can prove to us that you have destroyed a nest, that's more interesting, of course.
What would be, like, spider eggs or something?
You can bring spider eggs, although that's not necessarily proof of destroying the nest. That's more proof of I have found a nest.
Mm-hmm. Kind of hard to prove that, though.
Yeah, we are still working on that. Suggestions?
Okay, you are.
He's like, suggestions? Any?
The egg's the only thing that would prove that you at least were in there.
Yeah, otherwise it'd be difficult to say.
He kind of looks away, kind of mumbles a little bit to himself. Roll perception.
Okay.
Killing a queen, a bit of a...
Not nature.
8. Just like my perception to this game.
We got 125 in there.
25 does it. He kind of mumbles to himself. Perhaps some truth spells or something might work. He then moves to you. He says, we'll figure that one out. If you find one, bring the best proof you can get that you have destroyed it. And
I mean, the only other thing... I mean, I didn't hear this with the 12, right?
no. The only one who heard this was Tyraneus.
Yeah,
And
I tell him, you know, just so you're aware, our friend here, the cleric, he has a spell that he can cast where we all have to tell the truth. So we could meet, he could cast a spell, you'd know it was working, and we could go from there.
It's like, yeah, that could be somewhat useful. Then again, if your friend isn't here, then I don't have anyone to do that. But you do serve a good point. I'll probably just have to go back, ask, I think Amira, perhaps Emporion, Imera, Aptera. He kind of names like the bigger cities. Perhaps they can send someone over who is who knows the similar spell.
Well, whatever's convenient for you. It's good
Yeah,
for us.
it's part convenience, and of course, I may trust at least the two of you, Drake, Tyraneus.
Thank you.
But
They don't trust.
let's be honest. I haven't met these other two that much, so my trust only goes as far. I look
at it when I say I trust them as.
Gumby.
Oh come on, let me go. As soon as he says it, I say I trust them both about as far as I can throw them. So.
Okay.
You said, trust me.
He looks at Gumby, looks at Drake. Yeah. He says directly
I
to you,
look at him
Gumby.
mad.
He kind of looks at you, Gumby. He says, "Of course, no bad things to the Lady of Light, but humans are humans."
He's not human though.
He's halfling,
no.
so
Humanoids
that's
are humanoids.
worse.
Humanoids are humans.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything else we should be aware of?
Killing a nest is lucrative.
Yeah.
Any idea on where some of these nests might be?
How about where the druid is? The druid can probably help us.
It's
Yeah, there was a
Yeah, we
druid.
could check them afterwards.
He says a nest. The cleaning of the nest itself will net you 75,
Okay.
which is obviously helpful.
So we're looking at over 100 gold per nest. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Says the guy who doesn't have an attachment to money.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care.
You're purifying the forest. That's why you're doing
So
this.
That
if
is
he
certainly
says that, then how likely are you, or how much do you like this Drake and Dolos? I mean, you two must be almost jumping.
Honestly, I'm a little disappointed that it's not more, but it's money. I'm not complaining.
It's serious XP.
Yeah, it's XP. That's actually worth more to me than the money. I want to hit
Even though
level
your character
7.
doesn't know that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
How much do you still need?
I need a little under
Sorry.
6,000.
Oh, that'll take a while.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
5,000.
Oh,
Wait, what? Really? How do you have so much?
Well, 5,033.
What's your current
Why
XP
do we
at?
need so much money?
16,967. And 23 is the next level.
he
That's-
has
that's
done like
7,000.
2 separate things.
That's in the 7,000 range, not 5,000.
Sorry, you're right.
Yeah, I'm like, how did I should have more XP than you? Like, you killed that one drow for 50, but then I got half the XP for the
6,000.
Yeah.
6,000, because I'm at 17, so yeah, 6,000.
Yeah. I'm at 17,367. So
I really want next level.
I do too.
What do you get for it, Tyraneus?
Oh no, I don't know if I get anything special. I just
I just want to level up.
I
I
want-
want to be
Yeah.
level.
I just
More
really want to
spells?
level up. I get 2 additional maneuvers and an additional maneuver die.
Yeah, that's kind of useful.
Yeah.
And does your die upgrade?
Not at level 7. I think that upgrades at level 10.
Okay.
I think at level 7 my sneak attack goes 1 die up.
Yep. Probably.
That's 3d6 then.
46.
Oh, 46. Yeah.
3d6 right now.
46? Oh jeez. That'll be fun.
All
It
right.
will be. Yeah, fun.
So let's go. So let's go try to find the druid and see if we can get more of a focused area to where we
I
want
get
to
a
go
new
hunting.
spell.
You get a new spell. Well,
Yeah.
that's
I get a
always
new
useful.
fourth level spell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question is to our 2 primary spellcasters. What do you have for poison to deal with poison?
I have a vial. I'm sorry, a vial of cure poison.
Yeah. Is that stuff so good, Wrath? Hasn't been super long and it's magical.
That's probably good
Okay.
for like a year in total. So
Yeah, it was made to counter these spiders, so it's definitely good.
Yeah, I have lesser restoration as a second level spell, and it'll cure poison.
See, the problem with that is that the poison damage doesn't make you like immune to that, because the poison directly damages the person. It doesn't actually make them poisoned unless they faint, it causes them to be stunned. I think that'd be the only actual poisoned condition. Do you have no like anti-poison? Like, we definitely want bless, because bless would definitely help us fight the poison off. So Gumby,
Yep.
when we fight
I have it.
spiders,
I know it.
we're gonna want you to be casting bless. Do you not have any kind of like anti-poison spells?
Nope.
I have protection from I can know protection from poison. Let me look it up.
What level spell is that?
You touch a creature. If it is poisoned, you neutralize the poison. If more than one poison afflicts the target, you can neutralize one poison that you know is present.
Does it make you immune from poison? The druid can also know it.
For the duration, the target has advantage on saving throws against being poisoned.
Oh, but it also has resistance to poison damage, so that would cut the poison damage in half.
Right. Right.
So it lasts for 1 hour, so that is something that is definitely
It is a second level.
yeah, for the
And it only affects
for,
one person.
For example, but for me, like if I'm the tank and I'm facing off multiple spiders, keeping it off you guys, if I had bless and protection from poison, I could shrug off a ton of the damage.
True.
So
You would just need to somehow make sure.
we should have
that they're
talked about
going
this
for-
before we left. That's what I was thinking about doing, but whatever. So you guys could have prepared it and everything. What time is it, by the way, Wrath?
Now? You arrived, I think, late midday.
Well, why don't we find the druid, and then you can memorize this spell and we'll set out tomorrow. It might not be a bad idea for both of you to learn it. Lesser Restoration is a level 1 spell, Ty?
Level 2.
Oh, it is level 2.
Yeah,
You might as well go Protection from Poison, just swap those out, because it does the same thing that you would intend Lesser Restoration to do. Right?
Well, or I could get rid of Pass Without Trace and have
No.
both.
We want Pass Without a Trace. Let's be honest. Considering how many times we've used it, I think Pass Without a Trace is a permanent. Remember, you don't have to memorize like only 2 second level spells or whatever, how many slots you have. You can memorize all of the level 2 spells if you wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the question is which ones to get rid of. I mean, I guess the only one is Detect Magic. I could get rid of that as a first level spell.
You could. I mean, once again, though, with Lesser Restoration, I mean, we're going to be fighting spiders, so it's basically the same thing as the poison one. It does the exact same effect. So it's up to you. Why don't we go? We'll go to try to
Yeah,
find.
I'm just re-looking at both of them. Sorry, just a second.
Yeah, we'll go to the druid. Wrath.
So where was the druid?
What's a little north
Oh
of
yeah,
town?
there was
He was just
the
outside of
druid
town.
just outside of the town. Yeah, at the edge of the forest. It was, I think, like half an hour walking or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It wasn't
was
very
fairly
far
close.
off. Yeah.
Yeah. Just past the general fields on the outskirts. You move towards the druid. His house is intact, basically the same as it was before. He's sitting in front of it, kind of enjoying the sun. Chatting with
Playing
a
a
couple of
banjo.
animals.
Cigar.
I greet him friendly.
He greets you back. Long time no see.
It's good to see you're well, friend.
Same for you. It's good to see you well.
I understand that there's been
He-
some... Sorry, go ahead.
Before you talk, he kind of looks at you. He says, "You have grown. Not in length. I mean, in your general
How?
outlook."
I'm trying to learn.
And by the looks of it, you are succeeding.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
He then nods. He says, "You have questions, I presume."
Well, we've heard rumors of spiders, giant spiders in the area that have been terrorizing the area.
Terrorizing is a big word, but yes, there are a little too many giant spiders out there right now.
Would you know where they're positioned?
I know of 4 nests currently.
Okay. I get out my map.
He says, I won't give you all 4.
Aw,
I'll give you 2 of them.
okay.
One to the
That
north,
sounds
one
fair.
to the south. It'll equalize everything a little bit better. From that moment on, I'd say nature can take its own course again.
Well said.
You kind of hear Drake or Dell. I say Dell now. Dell give a kind of a snort, like that's money down the drain. Anyway,
I asked him about any knowledge you might have about the kidnappings of the children.
The birds speak of this. They are confused. Their words are not. They are jumbled, they are disconnected. I know of it happening, but the creatures that I ask can never tell me really what happened.
That's troubling.
It is indeed. There are few things that have this type of effect. Well, there are of course a lot of magical things that have this type of effect, but it is always difficult to discern which magical effect is currently affecting it, really.
okay. So we now
Well,
have
I
the
thank him.
2
thank you for his help.
locations.
He says, good luck.
Happy hunting.
Speak to you soon.
He nods, and then turns back to one of the birds.
So I guess we go back to our camp for the night.
Yep. You guys want to camp? Is there room in the inn?
There is no real inn anymore. It's more a general barracks now.
Okay, so I guess we'll just make camp outside the city.
You're not the only one who would make camp outside of the city, so.
Could we try to find a place to secure our horses?
Yeah, you could go into the stables.
Okay, we're not gonna do
There
that
are-
yet since
there-
we're not gone, but
There
just
are
for
like a
later.
decent amount of horses in there, but yours will fit.
Okay, well they're with us for this first night because we're here. So we'll just kind of take. You guys can change your memorizations, and then we'll set off in the early morning.
I thought we could only do that after a long rest.
That's what we're doing, taking a long rest.
Right. Okay. Just the way you said that, it made it sound like we change them. Long rest.
You technically
and
take a
then-
long rest, take like a few minutes to kind of
Yeah.
to memorize the spells, and then you go. That's kind of how it
Yeah.
works.
I think I'm gonna get rid of like unmemorized blindness, deafness, and switch it to.
Yeah, against something that has 8 eyes, I don't think it's very easy to blind.
Yeah.
I think that's a fine decision.
And you also remember what you said, or what you read in the book, that the spiders or giant spiders have some version of blind sight.
Yeah.
The body hairs.
The web sense, tremor sense, probably.
Also, yeah. So blinding them is not overly useful.
Oh, giant spiders are only CR1. I thought they were higher than that.
Yeah, they're not that bad.
No, that's why I could turn into one before.
That's right. But now you're a bear.
Not just a bear, a
Bear.
cave bear.
You're a cave
Rawr.
bear. Rawr.
Arr.
Okay, so if we come up to, I'm. This is what level is bless? What level spell?
1.
Okay, so here's my suggestion. I'll do my best to tank. If we can kind of sneak up on these guys, we can have Ty cast Pass Without a Trace when we get real close. And then we can have Gumby cast Bless, and then cast the poison thing on me, since he will have used a level 1. And then I can rush in, perhaps also cast the poison resist on Ty, who can rush in bear form. We can cast it on himself. Pass Without a Trace wouldn't fail because it's concentration. And then Dolos would just be sitting back, firing arrows.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What's new?
Yeah. So basically same as normal.
Yep.
Okay, so in the early morning, we set out towards one of the nests.
I guess the south one would probably.
Oh,
make
we
sense.
would have stored the horses for like 10 days, so who wants to cough up to 2 gold?
I'll do it.
You can.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's 10 days worth. It should be fine. Okay, so the horses are taken care of. We go to one of the nests. So Wrath, what do we do? We're just on our way. Keep an eye out for webbing, any sign of spiders, etc., etc.
Which way are you going? North or south?
So there are some south.
There are. He said there. He gave you the position of one in the north.
Yeah.
It is more to the riverside.
Okay.
About 2 days for trekking through the forest.
Okay.
And there's one to the south, more southwesty, like here in the middle of the forest.
east.
Also to north. Yeah, sorry, east. Also,
See, I can do it too.
it's
Good.
south.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
southeast.
Yeah.
Let's be precise.
We should do the southeast one first.
Yeah. Let's do the southeast one first.
It's also 2 days trekking through the woods.
Okay.
Okay.
You are you are going through the woods. The chances of you encountering something are heightened.
Okay.
So it starts off at a -1 and then goes to a -3.
You're good.
You are around the area where you should be. At this moment, I'd ask you to roll perception checks. And that'll be about it for this session.
Aww.
Oh.
We got a 20 and a 19.
And 12.
We'll just say we got two 20s.
Can't do one encounter.
No, mostly because I don't have anything set up really.
Yeah.
So I had something else set up.
Which was what?
A house.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, it's just protected by a powerful organization. I don't want to go pissing off other people. It's already bad enough I piss someone off.
You'll get a new chance. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Gumby. Yeah, you working together, you basically find a area where you're like, yeah, this should be it. After a while of looking, you can kind of see a cave entrance, and you're standing kind of on top of a hill, and looking down that hill, inside a small kind of ravine-like area, you can see a cave entrance with webbing around it. There are spiders, there's small spiders or smaller spiders crawling around it quite regularly. This seems like a good place for a spider's nest.
Okay. And what time is it?
You see this later in the evening.
So it's getting dark.
Yeah.
Ugh.
20.
So what we would do is we would fall back quite a ways and probably camp for the night.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, Wrath?
Yeah?
That's what we do.
You make rest for the night, make camp.
Way a ways away from it.
What's a ways away?
I don't know. How much light time do we have for light?
2 hours walking.
Sounds good.
I'd say 2 hours, yeah. We travel back
Okay.
back 2 hours.
2 hours away.
It's like 5 miles away. Okay.
Yeah, well that's
That is a waste.
That's a good ways to be against giant spiders.
Mhm.
Okay. Roll a flat d20.
Yeah.
Can you roll something flat?
17.
Okay. You go to bed. You use the same guard that you used previously.
Mm-hmm.
Gumby, Ty, Dolos, Drake. You wake. Yeah, each of you wake up, looks around for his or her guard. There doesn't seem anything to come, and after Drake's final, after Drake, who is the final one, the day is done. Or the night is done.
Night
really.
is done, yeah.
It's morning. Kind of crack of dawn. You pack up the camp, move back
Mm-hmm.
to the spider area.
Yep.
We are now yet again overlooking the same area. And we'll stop it at there for this day.
Cool.
Cool.
Alright.
I want to kill some spiders next time.
Lots of
I
spiders.
know. Let's do it tomorrow.
So this is the 23rd,
Can-
right? Encounter spiders.
Uh-huh. 23rd of the 9th month.
Yes. That's what I have anyway.
Yeah, I'll copy it. There's nothing, there hasn't been like funky things with time, so it'll be alright.
How much health do
Okay.
you have now, Dolos? How much health do you have?
34?
34.
So 34 minus 8 is 26 divided by 5. Right? Yeah, 5 is
Yeah.
a 5 with the remainder. So you're actually slightly above average health.
Oh, nice.
That's not bad. Actually, that's pretty
That
good.
isn't that bad. Yeah.
Because generally on health rolls, you tend to be just around or just a little bit below average, really.
Yeah.
Well, for now I'm lucky. Might.
That can
Down
change
at that
drastically
level.
next level. You roll a 1, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
Then it's like
ruin it.
Then you'd have
Yeah.
as much health as I have right now.
You have 35
Yeah.
health?
Gumby has 35 health.
Yep.
not that much for a cleric. Wait, you have D8s as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's-
for level 5.
But you have
Pretty good.
Do you have constitution bonuses?
+2.
yeah, it helps.
So there we go. And your rolls
Yeah.
weren't
That's
that
10 extra
good.
health, so it's 25 for 5 levels. Minus 8 is that's actually really bad. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Is it?
Yeah, it's kind of bad.
Yeah, because it's let me see. It's so you have 35, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 35, and then you're level 5, so that's with a mod of 2 is 10, and then we minus the 8, so you're now 4 levels. So 17 divided by 4. It's actually just average.
Average of a 4.
Actually, no, because the average is 18, I want to say. Because it's 4.5, so it's
5. They say average is
18.
5.
Yeah, you're 1 below average.
But it's not that terrible, really.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Still, that level 6 you barely would have been this much. You're just blowing it.
Mm-hmm.
Mboy for Gumby. Your current AC is 18?
18 with a shield.
18, okay. So it's 16 or 18, 16-18.
Mhm.
No, not 19, 16. Your HP was
35.
35 out of 35. Passive perception.
That's 8 plus wisdom plus
10 plus wisdom.
It's 10
plus
plus your
wisdom?
perception.
13.
13. Okay. Hit I already have inspiration. You have a inspiration. Everyone has a inspiration.
Yep. Golf used mine
Kind of.
because I couldn't get another one.
Yeah, so I
Then-
stole his, and
Then Golf doesn't have an inspiration at this moment.
I do. You gave me
Ah.
one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
we used. Technically, I think I used his,
Oh,
and you
yeah,
gave us both
I know
one.
it. Yeah.
Because you can do that. That's fine.
Um,
That's how inspiration works.
Okay. That's it for now.